Sir Keir Starmer will rub salt into the government's gaping open wounds caused by the coronavirus response, a political expert has warned, and the Labour leader could even threaten Boris Johnson's tenure as Prime Minister. The Labour Party has been in turmoil for several months after Jeremy Corbyn led the party to its worst general election result in history last December. The crushing defeat handed Boris Johnson an 80-seat majority in the House of Commons that enabled him to get his Brexit deal voted through Parliament. The election defeat also saw Labour lose several constituency heartlands throughout the country, particularly in the north of England, that it had held and heavily relied on for several decades. Sir Keir Starmer immediately vowed to reunite a party torn apart by vicious infighting, allegations of anti-Semitism and a baffling Brexit position that saw millions of voters turn their back on the opposition. Dr. Steve McCabe, Associate Professor with the Institute for Design and Economic Acceleration and Senior Fellow at the Centre for Brexit Studies at Birmingham City University, warned Sir Keir initially faces a gargantuan task. He told Express, after the 1983 election, everyone said Labour was unelectable. Though it took another 14 years and 3 leaders, Neil Kinnock, John Smith and Tony Blair, it did manage to rediscover the winning habit. Starmer will be under no illusion, he has a gargantuan task. He starts from a state in which the party is at a low base in terms of seats but strength in terms of members. But the coronavirus crisis, which has killed more than 34,000 people in the UK, has exposed several flaws in the government's strategy and seen Mr Johnson and his top team come under increasing pressure. They have been criticised for not reacting quickly enough to the outbreak of the killer virus, not enforcing lockdown measures soon enough and the baffling messages around them, and not providing enough personal protective equipment (PPE) to frontline NHS staff.